Alright guys, Bronze 3 here. Let's hit it.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Umbrello and X to mount the Chocobo.
Ready, go? Faster!
We got her back. We got our old Chocobo Ambrosia back.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
If you're worried about our supplies, we've plenty. Karen's seen to that. Though we're always one missed shipment away from disaster.
That broom's as ragged as...
So Mather's all right.
And how may I assist you today?
Allow me to educate you.
Of course.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Very good.
There's trouble in Rosaria.
On autumn's breath, ill tidings born, an erstwhile home in twain are torn. Now in his path fell shades abide, pray let them not impede his stride.
Think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know. You go first.
The White-winged letter, or bird by any other name. Forgive my assistance on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person. But for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm saddened to hear of your unexpected. I'm glad to hear of your unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Fiend's Gate, and here so many years later we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill. Ambrosia's tag, a saddle blinders, especially for Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Even after being separated from her masters, the noble steed served the people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the merciless, just as a good shield should.
If Martha's gonna get back on her feet, she'll need our help, whether she wants it or not.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Everyone used to live in the sky. Where did they get their fish? They ate flying fish.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. You wish to study the tomes?
The Black Shields, an order of knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts as vicereine of the newly established imperial province of Rosaria. They are tasked with purging the impurities from the province, which in practice primarily involves slaying bearers upon the slightest pretext. Cole, second in command of the Cursebreakers, who assists with the coordination of their troops' bearer liberating activities under the supervision of his captain Doris, formerly a slave soldier for the Fists of the Republic before being freed and taken in by those he now calls his brothers and sisters in arms. The Cursebreakers. It's about time we got some of the Cursebreakers. The Cursebreakers, a unit drawn from those of fighting age and martial training among the residents of the Highway, who conduct operations to liberate bearers from slavery, beginning as a loose collection of like-minded individuals in Sid's Hideaway, who chose to rid themselves of their bearers' brands that they might serve a cause out in the field. The order has greatly expanded both in ranks and operations since the move to Benumere, all under Otto's watchful eye. However, he somehow survived, appearing before his brother once more some 13 years later in the inner sanctum of Drake's head, and saving Clive from Ultima's advances by calling upon the power of the Fiend to seal the being within himself. Ambrosia, as well. After losing her master at Fiend's Gate, Ambrosia found a new flock and led them in defending honest merchants from beasts and bandits, earning herself the love of the locals in the name of Whiteheart. Indeed, it was one local's insistence that she be defended in turn that led to her having a reunion with Clive. She is a faithful scout, now one of Clive's closest and most trusted allies. He continues to put his legendary nose to work in service of the Hideaway, The information he brings back from his expedition is proving invaluable for the curse breakers in their efforts to save bears from servitude. Though he lost an eye during Hugo Pupo's attack on the old highway, his scouting senses remain undimmed. Dar, resident physiker of Clive's hideaway, entrusted ally of the cause. Brandon is a bearer from birth and forced to serve as a battlefield healer. Tara put her surgical training to use in removing her own brand, a procedure she has since perfected and offers to any other escaped slave. Lieutenant Joshua, companion and protector of Joshua Rosfield, dominant defeats. As loyal she is dangerous her blades ever at the ready for any who might mean her master ill, and her tongues ever at hand to heal the sickly princess hurts. Joshua just heard by the name Jote, but it's unclear whether this is her true name or another pseudonym. Northfair, the biblical corner of Storm's most northerly reaches, the loose collection of nations that sprang up around the region's erstwhile Mother Crystal, Drake's Eye, were united and pacified by Archduke Elwin Rossfield of Rosaria in the year 854. However, in the years following Rosaria's annexation by a combination of both Blight's inexorable advance and Sambarek's lack of interest in the territories, it's only worth to quicken the area's destabilization. The Callings. After Mage victorying in the newly annexed Rosarian territory, the Empress Annabella quietly established a host of loyal Imperial soldiers, the Black Shields, to maintain order. The Brandon as keepers as of the peace, their true purpose is to carry out what has come to be known as Cullings, or brutal massacres of provincial bearers and those who show them sympathy. The killing is swift, indiscriminate, with the shields dispatched serving as judge during execution, and the chaos left in their wake is usually enough to deliver entire settlements to ruin. Missives, the second simplest method of long-distance communication used in Valisthea. After whispering one's message to a traveling trader, trusting in the strength of their memory, the letters are more prone to interception than Stoles is. They have the advantage that they can be sent to those one does not know. Their major disadvantage is that the majority of the common folk in the twins can neither read nor write, limiting their exchange to those of a certain level of education. Efforts are underway to offer such an education to the bearers of the highway, and many are already more confident readers and writers than their former masters. That's funny. Iron Man, with their single unblinking eye, these winged horrors ever scan the horizon, seeking their next victims, using their singular ability to bend the very air around themselves and leap across great distances to take prey unawares. Those few who manage to survive this preliminary assault, however, are soon faced with second horror, a crippling curse whispered from the lips of an abyssal maw, leaving them with but moments to lament their fates. Yeah, this thing is nasty.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Everyone used to live in the sky.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
New facilities, following the following how facilities now available. Line reports, patrons whisper, the hunt board author are located near near Otto in the map.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him? Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
Now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day. Martel would have wanted the curse breakers to be the first to try our apples. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, Sid, but thanks.
This ton here couldn't have left from the lake.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
On autumn's breath, ill tidings born.
That broom's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid. Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe. How are you doing? Oh, same old.
And it always got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can we save for later. It was still the early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. Say the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sit through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The curse breakers can teach urgent stuff, but we're still waiting for volunteers to handle the rest.
So,
if you find yourself at loose end, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martell, they're still with us in our hearts.
Sid.
When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
He's still with us too.
With us and in you. He took his name and gave us hope when we had none. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, don't be a stranger here. A hideaway ain't nothing without its Sid.
Quick look. Seen enough?
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Business is busy.
On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks from transcribing and storing Stoll's reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jara back in the old hideaway. I won't claim to have been his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley.
Still.
I think Jara would be proud of me, too, were he with us today. Who is Jara?
Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Jara in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remains with us even though they're gone.
Come to claim your just desserts?
The Patron's Whisper, clean side quest will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the twins to donate money or items to Clive's call. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Highway Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Nice. Talk of the tea house, Sparklefolk. Your merry band of outlaws and his dashing deeds of daring do are all talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry, heart-struck dowager.
You earned this.
Oh, I thought I used that renown, but guess not, thank God. Respect. Talk of tea house, respect. Our order is one built on pride. But that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Marv, but never again. Blood axes.
Here you are.
Well, one meteorite. Yeah, it's not going to do jack shit, but thanks, I guess.
Come again. I may have more for you. How may I help you today, Clive?
The first one at 15 was much, much better.
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you. Here you are.
Drake's Breath, one of Valithea's 5 remaining metal crystals located on the King Isle, known to Ironblood as Bane Ladol. In the seas between Rosaria and Iron Kingdom, those occupations can historically be traced to the Duchy. Control of the crystal was recently wrested from Rosaria's grasp by the Crusade following a series of bitter conflicts. Oh, so we're going to Iron Kingdom. Okay, Drake's Breath. Nice.
Very good.
Clive, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over you. Why can't you fucking talk, man? Come on.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I already knew that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I'm the mightiest of all Muggles. No fiend of the forest or ghoul or the green sword can measure. Fuck! So I need you to say them all, Kupo. Please talk, I can't understand.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I think it was good to have found someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll sit here and keep an eye on the billets and post the board, and so everything you need to know. Kupo, I'm your Moogle. Did you see that the Cursebreakers give every billet a rank of riskiness, Kupo? And from this thing could kill you with a... So you're gonna swipe to a 7-nation army, couldn't scratch this thing's skin. Wow. But I'm sure you'll be fine, Kupo. Well, not sure, but that's one risk I'm willing to take. Don't let all your hard work go to waste, Kupo. Don't you let me mean them down, or what the hell were you saying? Did you see all the billets that are marking for location, Kupo? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. Right there, let's place. You're only human, Kupo. So the name doesn't tingle your pom-pom, Kupo. Try reading the witness statements. Sometimes there are details in them that might help you track things down and finish them off. It is precisely what you see before you, Kupo. The Cursebreakers know the details list of particular dangerous monsters they hear in the course of their duties, Kupo. And post billets here, Kupo, so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm service myself, sorry, not godly horror too, which is where you come in, Kupo. As for me, I have the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, Kupo, so that everyone can sleep at night knowing the realm is a safer place. Did I ever tell you the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. They look like any sort that might carry a move across countless leagues of open sea. They call me neck to bowl, not neck to stupid, Kupo. I hate this fucking Moogle. The hunt board. Reports of the fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fierce heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay their notorious marks. Clairview, Sam Breck. It's ready coming by the way of Clairview, Novant. Okay, Broken Hilt Rosario. Okay.
So Martha's all right. Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts.
That broom's as ragged as a goat.
I hear there's trouble. It's not the East.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her? After all these years? I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think? Just look at her. Isn't Martell in fine fettle? What about young Boppymill here? He's got some work to do if he wants to catch up with his brother Kenneth.
Martell apples. Somewhat stunted, somewhat sweet apple grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martell. Though she was to lose her life from her wound, she sustained Koopa's attacks on the highway. Her legacy lives on, and in sapling she's safe from the ruins. Cool. it appears I can't travel at this time to where I want to go, but we'll see. Alright, guys. That's all for this one. Thanks for watching. Valisthea 3 out. Peace. Oh, this some other crystal? That's nice. Oh, wait. So I can see where all the mother crystals are on this map. I didn't notice that before. I think it's also mother crystal right here down south, I believe. Right here, here, and here. Awesome. Alright, yeah, anyways, that's all for this one, guys. Valisthea 3 out. I didn't notice this, or is it new? I think this is a new edition.